There is no force on earth greater than belief. Not muscle, not money, not even momentum. Belief is the hidden lever that moves all things. You may not be the strongest, you may not be the fastest, but if you believe without flinching, if you hold your vision with conviction, even when reality argues against it, you become unstoppable. Most people fail long before they try, not because of lack of talent, but because they never gave themselves permission to believe. They disqualify themselves in silence. They entertain doubt like it's wisdom. But understand this: the world doesn't shape you. Your mind does. What you choose to believe determines what you are capable of creating. This is the unbreakable truth. No individual can rise higher than the thoughts he allows to dominate his mind. And the most powerful thought of all is belief. Belief that what you want is not just possible, but inevitable if you refuse to quit. Belief is not hope. It is not fragile. It does not require permission. It is a fire in your spirit that refuses to be extinguished. And when you begin to act as if what you want is already yours, the world bends. Opportunities move. People respond. Doors open. Not by chance, but by cause. Because belief changes you. And when you change, everything else must follow. But belief cannot live in a mind filled with fear. You must take full possession of your mind. You must become the watchman of your thoughts, inspecting every idea, every assumption, every doubt. If it does not serve your future, it must be removed without apology. Your mind is the soil, and your belief is the seed. Whatever you plant, whatever you water with thought and habit will grow. So I ask you, what are you growing? Are you feeding your belief or poisoning it with hesitation and small thinking? Are you protecting your vision or allowing it to be eroded by the opinions of those who have already quit on theirs? You must decide right now to believe as if anything is possible, not because it's easy, but because it is necessary. Because if you don't believe it, no one else will. If you don't fight for your future, who will? To believe is to rewire your identity. It is to say, this version of me is temporary. I am becoming more. I am rising. And from that belief flows action. Powerful action, consistent action, not reckless energy, but aligned, strategic movement toward the life you were created to live. And that movement requires standards. You cannot rise while living by the rules of your past. You must demand more from yourself, more focus, more discipline, more courage. And that begins with the words you speak. Speak as if it's already done. Speak as if your destiny depends on it, because it does. Your words are not casual, they are creative. Every sentence you speak about your future is a blueprint. And every time you say, I am, your brain listens. Say, I am focused. Say, I am ready. Say, I am already becoming the man I admire. Speak it daily. Speak it with fire. And eventually you will look in the mirror and see that man staring back. But belief also demands environment. No man becomes powerful in isolation. You must guard your circle like treasure. Surround yourself with those who speak possibility, who reflect back your potential. Because the words you hear most often become the thoughts you think, and thoughts become behavior. Behavior becomes destiny. Remove the doubt dealers, replace them with vision builders. You need people who remind you of who you are when life tries to make you forget. You need mentors who challenge you, peers who push you, friends who won't let you shrink. And when the storms come, as they always do, you will not fold. You will rise, not because you are perfect, but because you are prepared, because you trained your mind to see resistance not as punishment, but as preparation. Understand, Pain is not here to destroy you. It is here to shape you. It is the gymnasium of belief. Every time life knocks you down and you stand back up, your mind gets stronger, your vision gets clearer, your belief gets deeper. That is the truth of every champion. They were not built in applause. They were built in silence, in solitude, in dark seasons where they had every reason to quit, but chose to believe instead. You must now choose to reframe your past, not as a prison, but as preparation. Every failure was training. Every heartbreak was a classroom. Every closed door was divine redirection. You are not behind. You are becoming. And as you become, your steps will carry more weight. Your presence will speak louder than your words. People will ask how you changed, and you will smile, not in pride, but in recognition, because you knew. You knew before they did. You saw it when no one else could, because you believed. So now, walk like it, move like it, decide like it, lead like it. Let your habits reflect your vision. Let them be the mirror of who you are becoming, not who you were. Every single action you take is a vote for the future you say you want. And if those actions are inconsistent with that future, you are lying to yourself. But if those actions are bold, disciplined, and intentional, then you are no longer dreaming. You are becoming. Habits are not just routines. They are proof. Proof of commitment. Proof of identity. Proof that you no longer negotiate with mediocrity. And while the world chases shortcuts, you commit to the long game because you've realized that excellence is not an act, it's a habit. You do not rise occasionally, you rise daily. So take inventory. What are you repeating? What rituals own your morning? What thoughts own your night? Do your days serve your goals, or do they sabotage them? The man who wins does not rely on motivation. He builds systems. He puts his belief on autopilot by building environments where winning becomes inevitable. Success is not a single decision. It is a decision made over and over until it becomes your default. Until you no longer have to choose between the old and the new, because the old version of you is dead, buried, replaced by a man who expects more, does more, and gives more. Let your habits lead you. Let them carry you through the days when motivation disappears, because those days will come. There will be mornings when doubt is louder than belief, days when the weight of your vision feels unbearable. But the man who has built the habit of showing up, he shows up anyway. And those days, those are the days that define your legacy. Not the easy ones, not the highlight reels, but the dark mornings, the cold workouts, the silent grind, the no one's watching moments. That's where greatness is forged. Build habits that pull you forward when your feelings try to hold you back. Build habits so strong, so aligned with your purpose, that failure becomes harder than success. Not because you're perfect, but because you've made excellence your baseline. Because your time is too precious to waste. You've spent too many years starting over. Too many years dabbling in potential. Now is the time to commit completely. To cut off every excuse. To declare with your actions, not just your words, that this is who you are now. And when you build those habits, when you design your days with precision, your energy with purpose, your confidence compounds. It grows quietly, relentlessly, until it's no longer belief, it's certainty. And when you live with certainty, the world responds, not because it suddenly believes in you, but because you've stopped needing it to. You've made the shift from hopeful to focused, from chasing to building, from reacting to leading. And it all begins with what you do when no one is watching. You want a different life? Then build different habits. You want a different outcome? Then adopt a different identity. You want to stop starting over? Then stop giving up on the process that works. The process that's slow, the process that's not sexy, the process that no one claps for, but the process that wins. Build your life on process, not performance, on systems, not spurts of energy, on consistency, not convenience. And soon, the things that once felt impossible will feel inevitable. Because when you've built the right habits, Progress is no longer random. It's earned. Every day, every decision, every repetition that says, I am the man who finishes what he starts. You will no longer talk about potential. You will live it. You will no longer chase confidence. You will embody it. You will no longer seek approval. You will lead by example. And your habits, those quiet daily acts of discipline, will become your legacy. Because men forget what you say. They forget what you wear. But they remember how you move. So, move with intention. Move like someone who knows exactly where he's going. Move like someone who no longer lives in the shadows of who he used to be. Because this is not just about habits. This is about honor, self-honor. Living in integrity with the man you promised yourself you'd become. No shortcuts, no compromises, no delay. The time is now. Build it, live it, and never look back.